All right, guys. Hey, today I want to do what I'm going to call, I guess, 100 miles of twisties. And I'm lucky to live in an area that has got some twisty roads very close by. And I want to show you what that is. So let me show you the map here really quick, see if this works out for you. So I live in Livermore, California. So here's San Francisco, Sacramento, Fresno. So we call this the Bay Area. If you're not familiar with this area, this is a good ride. There's some hotels here. You could ride out, stay out here in Livermore. Livermore's got a great downtown area. And then take on 100 miles of twisties. And so my shop is here just off of Highway 580. And so this ends up being a little bit farther than 100 miles, but it's about 4 miles out to where the twisties start. So the Lick Observatory is on Mount Hamilton, and that's where we're headed. You can actually catch some more twisties down this way going into San Jose and then come back, or actually come around this way. This is an out and back that I'm going to do today. Let's see if I can get in here and show. So we come out here. There's a turn to take. There it is, right here. So you're going to come out Mines Road, and to stay on Mines Road, you take a left to stay on Mines Road. If you don't, you come out here, and you'll normally see a lot of my videos. I take this road up to what I would call the top of the lake, but you don't even see the lake very much from there, and then I turn back down. But if you turn left here, then you're going to come out here on Mines Road, and you can follow that. I'm missing it there. That was Mendenhall Road, Mines Road, and follow that out, and you can just see how twisty this path is. Every one of those little marks, just twisty, 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 twisty. Comes up over this canyon, just keeps going and going and going. It is unbelievable. More twisties. And more twisties and more twisties, and then you get up coming up over Mount Hamilton, and it is super, super tight. So you can practice your really, really tight turns. These are little 10-mile-an-hour turns all over the place up here. Pretty fantastic ride, and it is quite an exciting road, as you'll probably see. It's 100 miles, so I'm not going to be able to capture it all. I'll do some I will try and capture as much as I can, but I don't want it to be that long of a video, so I'm going to do maybe a little bit of time lapse. I'll show some of the areas that are a little bit prettier, things like that.
All right, guys, I thought I'd touch base really quick. We just hit the section where the twisties start. We are on the KTM 1290 Duke for a couple of reasons. One, hey, it's my bike. And two, I just haven't had a lot of time on this thing, and I wanted to get out and ride it a bit more. All right, guys, so we've come out Vasco Road. We took a right-hand turn on the Tesla Road. Then we took a left-hand turn on Mines Road. And we've been coming out those twisties, which you guys have seen on other videos. So I kind of left that out. And now we're about to make our left-hand turn to stay on Mines Road, which is just before it goes up this hill here. And normally we go straight, so we're turning left here to stay on Mines Road. And just a word of caution on this road. Sometimes this will turn people off because you're sort of like, wow, it really is bumpy. And it's super, super bumpy in here. It's a little off-putting, but it gets better. It does. Your first of your 20-mile-an-hour corners. And I'd say take it easy through here, you know, just kind of get warmed up. We're going directly into the sun as well. First section of twisties, so you just take it nice and slow. And that kind of marks where it really stops being so super rough. The road narrows, you'll see it's little construction zone right here. Bit of a, you know, narrow spot where it's one lane. Watch for cars. And then things get a little bit better. really fun corners here. It's exciting. And section 1, I'm going to call this section 1, is pretty much all 2-lane with a divider, which is really nice. It keeps the cars, for the most part, out of your lane. If you find yourself drifting over that line, it is time to slow down, my friend. All right, so that is section 1 continues like this for about 10 miles. I'm gonna pull up here and we'll take a break with the camera. At least you got an idea of that first part. That's going to be about the first I guess 10 to 12 miles, about like that. Lots and lots of twisties, fun stuff. All right, so after about 12 miles of those nice twisties like that, those smoothed out really nicely, you're going to feel real comfortable, and you're going to go into section 2, and this is where you need to slow down. So section 2, you're going to see that little pull out we were just in, and then all of a sudden it's 1 lane, and cars are it's very common to find a car on your side of the road through here, right? And there's lots of water coming across the road, lots of animals. Just a 1-lane road, so just slow it down and take your turns nice and wide, and you know, start them early and come in nice and wide. So let's see how I'm coming wide here, because cars will be coming around that corner. And if you need to start your corner out a little bit, then start it sooner. But I say stay as far as you can to your right. When you're coming back, do the same to your right. And just really keep your head up and be looking for cars. Don't speed through here. Lots and lots of accidents through here. So this is not, see, we're at mile 12 right there. So it was 11 miles of, well, 11 and a half miles of real nice 2-lane twisties. This only lasts for about I think it's about 2 miles of this. So I'm going to pull out here. I don't need to bore you with it, but just to keep it nice and slow, and we'll get into the next one. That's section 2. We're going into section 3 next. All right, so now you'll see this 2-lane start back up, and this section is going to go till mile 30. So this is section 3. You see this 2-lane start back up. You know, you've got a bit of clearer road here, and road widens a bit. It does get narrow in spots. You've got a combination of this blacktop and a little bit of chip seal, but this section is going to go all the way up to mile 30. That's at mile 14 is where this one's starting. So you have about 15 miles of this to go through. There are some narrow sections, there are some wider sections, and most of it does not have a dividing line, so you really need to watch your traffic. But it's not as narrow as it was before, and you get to start playing a little bit more. If you come up here in the winter, just watch for wet sections and icy sections. Some very tight corners, come around some rocks. Lots and lots of fun. The terrain is really nice. You get a little bit of bank corners, you get some off-camber corners, a lot of stuff to practice. You get through 100 miles of this, and you get to be a little better in your riding. Going to keep it nice and slow around the locals. They have to put up with us riding back and forth up here, and if you ever have an accident, you want to be able to count on them. So you see some locals out here, make sure to wave even if they don't wave back, and make sure not to be causing a lot of noise around. Anyways, we'll have a little fun here. It's a beautiful road. You can stop and enjoy the scenery as well. see that dust in the air. You gotta be careful, they may have thrown a bunch of rocks out onto the road, so sometimes these cars come around and they kind of misjudge the corners a little bit and throw some rocks out there. You can see how that one corner way back there, when I saw that truck, I pulled pretty wide because I just don't know where they're gonna go. And if you're out here with your friends and you see somebody going a little bit over the line, well, there's no line, but they're using up more than their half of the road, it's a good idea to have a little chat with them, because that's where most of the accidents are happening out here, is people are going just a little bit over their line, maybe riding over their head, or just getting a little lazy in their corners. And when that happens, accidents happen. This little corner right here gets a lot of water across it in the winter. You can be a little careful about that. That's mile 17. I love how the miles are written on the road. That's just awesome. Crossing over like that, you can see really well, but you just shouldn't be on that side of the lane. I suppose in a big long stretch like that it doesn't matter, but still. Anyways, this section's gonna last for about 15 miles. So we're, oh, look at that, a big boar. Oh, cool. Look at that guy. That is awesome. They've got wild pigs out here. Super, super cool. That's the first time I've gotten to see one, though. So, all right, so we're going to stop here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and we'll catch you back up in section 4. All right. Alright guys, we're going to get into section 4 here, but first I'm going to run right back to the junction, because I kind of forgot to show you that. The junction, which is closed now, is probably up for sale. But I'm going to stop and chat with these guys really, really quick. You guys just... Do you guys come from that way or this way? That way. From that way?
I came from this way. Where are you going?
I came from Livermore, just going up to Hamilton and back. Okay. Yeah. You guys...
We do a loop-de-loop. We start Modesto and go Patterson, and then we go this way, Coral Hollow, Tesla.
Cool.
You meet some of the friendliest people up at the junction. It's just so bad. That's too bad it's going to be closed up, and hopefully we find a new owner for that, and somebody who can take that place over and get a good meeting place for folks. And anyways, it was nice meeting these guys, and I had to get back on the road and get some more of this section filmed for you guys. Cool.
All right, some nice folks there. So we're off into section 4, and this section's going to go all the way to Mount Hamilton, much like this, with a few twisties, and then we head into section 5, which is the mountain. I was kind of skipping that because the observatory's closed, but anyways, have a look at this section for a little bit, and then we'll continue on. We get to section 5. All right, guys, this marks the start of section 5, and it's this bridge. So right after this, you're going to see in the the GPS, you got just massive windy roads going up to the top of the mountain up there, and we're about to hit that now. And we'll get a little bit of this, and I'm going to have to stop and change that battery. A bit wide open here. All right, guys, my battery went dead there, and we have started section 5, and that is designated by the bridge. And you start hitting these switchbacks, and you follow these switchbacks all the way to the top. Pretty fantastic. I'll give you a little bit more of that before I switch the camera back off again. But gotta watch out for this cattle guard. I wanted to get that battery changed before we got there. So just slow down. It's right in the middle of a corner. Go nice and slow around that baby, and then continue on. That's about a mile after the start of section 5. Now you do gain some altitude here, so if it's the middle of winter, be careful of ice forming. Switchback. Nice tight corners everywhere, and then switchbacks coming up. Love the views off of here. Not that I'm looking, because I'm paying attention to the road. Maybe you guys can look off of there. Another good switchback here. After the fire, now you can see around some of these corners, which is pretty nice. Not nice that it was a fire. Nice that I can see around the corners. So I thought I'd catch this, a lot of this section here coming up to the top. It's a pretty short section. It's the windiest section of them all. And really exciting. This is exciting stuff. You kind of have butterflies about this whole section. Actually, this whole road, every time I come out here, never ceases to stop. I always have butterflies about it. Should have a view off this corner here. There it is. Not that you can look. Now, once we get up to the top, you're going to see a sign that says, please be quiet, because most of the people that work up here work at night. And so you're coming up here in the daytime and they're trying to sleep. So you want to keep the bikes quiet once you get to the top. And we should be able to see those. Yeah, there's the starting to get to the observatories here. You can see some of the structures there. Some exciting views when they're open. You can see off there's a good view, but I have nowhere to stop here to show you that. I'll slow down right here. And maybe the best one, there's the sleepy people. Keep it down. There's your view. And then just in a moment here, you're going to be able to see the observatories right around this corner. There's your view off into the San Jose area. That's South San Jose. There's the Lick Observatory there. We're going to go nice and slow. We'll turn it around as soon as we get down here, because I believe the observatory is all closed. Actually, no, that's not the Lick. That's, I don't know which one that is. That's a different one. They all have, I'm sure they have different names. It's actually the smaller of the ones. I keep thinking that's come around that corner, and it looks like that's the biggest one, but I think the biggest one is down a bit further. They got a visitor center. You go around the back, you can get some water or refreshments. That's it right there. It has a big visitor center attached to it, but I believe that's closed during the COVID closures. We'll take a look now, and may have to just turn around. Yep, it is closed. So we're going to turn around, and we'll start our descent back. And this is the Lick Observatory. We're going to head back down the road. Let me go ahead and shut you guys off. I may be able to find a couple of sections to get you back in there, get you some more views. Anyways, it's been a great ride. Got another, we are at 54.5 miles from our gas stop, which was right there in Livermore. And we got another 54.5 miles to go back. All right, we are done with section 5.
Well, guys, the luck would have it, my internal microphone unplugged at this point, and so the external microphone just picks up all the wind noise, and it's pretty horrible. So I'm going to get you guys, I'll spare you all that. You've seen the trip go in that direction, and I'll give you a couple of clips going the other way, and then we'll get to the end there. So it is a bit unfortunate with the that coming in plugged on my helmet, so I think actually basically the internal mic came unplugged, so then you get all the wind noise. I don't know, somehow it might have got knocked back in a little bit later, but the volume's kind of okay here, and I think you can hear a little bit of both, so I'm just going to leave that in. You need to reduce the volume just a tiny bit for a little bit, and it just work out a little bit better in about a minute.
guys, we're back into section 1 here. We got some 2-lane road. That helps keep people in their own lane. Try to miss some of those bumps. With the amount of bumps out here, it's good to have your suspension set up right. Keeps you from bouncing around too much. So that's another taste of section 1. We got another 15 miles of this, so well, I'll catch you guys, and towards the end here I'll probably clip it back on. Alright guys, that was 100 miles. Let's see what we did here. Oh, what do we got? That was 102 miles of twisties. That is, we're not quite done yet, but that's basically the full-on view of all the twisties of Mines Road in Livermore, California. Absolutely a blast. I highly recommend coming out here and giving that a try. Today it was on the Duke. If you can see that very well in the sun, I'll go for the other side. The 1290 Super Duke. I've got the power part seat. That certainly helps a lot, and also the tank pads. Those help give you some grip there on with the knee. Love this bike. Had a great time. Thank you guys very much for joining in and spending all that time. If you have so far and you like this stuff, hit that subscribe button. That bell icon will get you some notifications of the videos I do. Try to get one out a week. That usually come out on Sunday. If I have build videos, those will come out on Fridays. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Boom.